today's video, we're going to talk about, should we be vegan? And, this is a good question, obviously. In my expert opinion, I don't think that we should be 100% vegan, but I think for the most part, we should be vegan. What I mean is that I think that there is a essential need for a direct source of EPA and DHA in the diet that comes from fish. So either consuming fish directly or taking a good fish oil supplement from a good company like Nordic Naturals or Carlsons Labs. Because the body would much rather prefer a direct source of EPA and DHA than having to take a vegetarian source such as ALA and converting it into DHA and EPA. Because those are very important omega-3 fatty acids that are really necessary for optimal health in our bodies. Because DHA is found a lot in the eye, it's found a lot in the brain, and it's important for so many functions of the body. So it doesn't really make any sense in being 100% strictly vegan. Because I think we could do a lot better if we include those omega-3 fats in our diet. And they're really important for our skin, and our hair, and our nails. They're anti-inflammatory. And whatever is anti-inflammatory is going to be very healthy for us. And there's more than enough studies showing that omega-3 fats from fish are really, really good for us. And all anybody has to do is go on PubMed and look at all the studies on omega-3 fats. There's so many good things about omega-3 fats. So I think that eating a little bit of fish here and there, like sardines, because they're the lowest on the food chain in fish, and they have the least amount of contaminants like mercury and toxins. That's a good option for a lot of people. And if you don't want to consume any fish, then I really do think it's critical to take some cod liver oil, because for a lot of us, we aren't out in the sun, so we aren't getting the vitamin D that we need, and we also aren't getting a direct form of vitamin A. Because, again, a lot of us can't use the vitamin A from the fruits and vegetables because your body has to convert that into the form that you can actually use. So a lot of times vegans might run into deficiencies of vitamin A and start having, problems with their skin, stuff like that. So I really recommend, taking some cod liver oil. And, I've been taking a tablespoon of it now for quite a long time. And I believe that it has a lot to do with making my teeth a lot stronger. Just because of those fat-soluble vitamins in the cod liver oil. And if you're eating mostly vegan, fruits and veggies, you really, really do have to get a good source of that vitamin A and that vitamin D, and also DHA and EPA. So, I highly recommend that. And another thing that's important to realize is that when you take your fish oil or your cod liver oil, whatever, it's a good idea to consume a little coconut oil with that, because the saturated fats in the coconut oil actually help your body to absorb and utilize the omega-3 fats better and more efficiently in your body. So, that's a good tip to use when you're taking this fish oil. So yes, for the most part, I think that we should be mostly eating raw fruits and vegetables, a little bit of nuts and seeds, and a small amount of fish, or take some fish oil or cod liver oil. Especially cod liver oil during the winter months when we aren't out in the sun is really important. So yes, that's how I feel about it. I also think that, once in a while, maybe once or twice a week, having a free-range egg and a smoothie is a great, addition to a healthy, balanced diet. And I'm talking about, one or two eggs a week. I'm not talking about 10, and I'm not talking about frying them in a pan or anything like that, So, because they also have good form, it's a raw fat, raw cholesterol. These things are important to create, the important hormones in our bodies, like testosterone, and other things that, are really critical for our health. So, I don't want people to get the impression, that, oh yeah, you just eat all the meat you want and all that stuff, or you just drink all the milk you want. Honestly, I haven't had any dairy products at all now for, I think it's going on almost 2 weeks. And a lot of the back acne that I have had around my shoulders is starting to clear up. And even though I was drinking the raw dairy, I still think that the dairy, because it's got active hormones in it, the milk, was contributing to, a lot of my pimple outbreaks and stuff like that. So I really don't think that we really need to do dairy. I kind of changed my mind about it. I've drank a lot of dairy, like gallons of it before. And it only made me feel more lethargic. I felt like I was gaining fat around my chest and waistline. And I just couldn't move around as quickly as I can when I'm eating mostly fruits and veggies. So, my opinion's kind of changed a lot on dairy. I think that, yes, it has been able to help a lot of people, but, I don't really think that it's necessary. And we can get those fat-soluble vitamins, like I was just saying, through the fish. And also, getting the calcium from your heads of romaine lettuce, and taking a good superfood supplement like vitamin mineral green is excellent. It's got all the calcium you need. And the calcium from green vegetables is a lot healthier for you than the calcium from dairy. And it will make strong bones, trust me. You don't need to get the calcium from dairy. So, and the thing is like dairy has been closely linked to acne. It's been closely linked to baldness. And I feel the same way a lot about the meat too. Is that meat contains a lot of hormones in it. Even if it's free range, meat still has hormones, and I don't think people realize that. And also, meat doesn't have fiber, so it's it's not gonna go through your digestive system quick. And it doesn't have water, so you're not really getting hydrated. And then when you cook it, you're losing a lot of the nutrients. So really, a green smoothie is far more nutritious and healthy for you than a steak. And I'm sure there's going to be people that probably, laughing at me or think that I'm nuts, but I really think that it's true, and I feel better when I have a green smoothie. So yeah, for the most part, I think that, yes, we should be mostly vegan, but I think that there is a good need for fish in the diet. And I would recommend sardines, maybe once a week or twice a week, and get them in spring water if you can. And also, an egg once in a while, is not going to kill you, and it might actually be beneficial for you. But, I wouldn't be eating them every day, cooked or raw. I would just mostly focus on more fruits and vegetables, and a little bit of nuts and seeds. When I mean a little bit of nuts and seeds, I'm talking about like 2 Brazil nuts, or 4 almonds, or maybe 5 walnuts. A very little amount, because nuts, a lot of the nuts today are pasteurized, for one thing. And the other thing is, a lot of the nuts are hard for us to digest. And, we don't want too much protein, because that can make us acidic. We can get more than enough protein from our leafy green vegetables. If we're eating a good balanced diet full of fruit and vegetables, we'll get more than enough protein we need. So, I hope this answers the question, should we be vegan?